Last year, I attempted to win state in the 3200 as an 8th grader. However, I came up 5/100ths of a second short in a time of 9:32.00, placing second. The next day, I came back in the 1600 with a time of 4:28, taking the final medal spot in 9th place. This year, I have the same goals, except in the 1600, I want to win as well. I want to win the 3200 and the 1600 as a freshman. So currently, I have the fastest time in the state with a 9:11 in the 3200. However, my PR in the 1600 is only 4:24, which the best time in the state so far is 4:15. So it's going to be very hard to win state, but I think I can do better than a 4:24, given my training in the last few weeks and how good it's been going. So this week is the section meet. Tomorrow is the 3,200 meters, which I'll be going all out and seeing how fast I can run in. And on Thursday is the 1,600 meters, which will be a good test to see my fitness going into the state meet, which is 2 weeks from now. And yeah, it's going to be very important that I PR at these races and close the gap on my competitors. So there's two big goals this week, one in the 3,200 and one in the 1,600. The goal in the 32 is just to PR, break 9:11. It's going to be hard because it's going to be a solo run. There's not going to be any competition, but I think I'm ready. I think I'm in shape. And in the mile, the goal is to break 4:20, which I think I'm in shape for. I've had some great workouts lately, and hopefully I'll be able to do it, but you guys will have to see in the race.
All right, Eric, what's your pre-race workout today?
So you got 20 minutes easy and a 1K at threshold, 5x1, 20 strides, and a mile cool down. So pretty short, but get the legs moving, and yeah. All right, to give you guys some background information going into 3,200, I was sick on it was Friday and Saturday before the race. So it was Tuesday was the race, and Friday and Saturday I was pretty sick. But I had my last workout Saturday, which didn't go very well because I was sick. And then from Saturday to Tuesday, I got a lot better though. I felt great on race day actually, and I only felt sickness just a little bit. So the shakeout went okay in the morning of the race, and the race, like when I was warming up, felt pretty good. But yeah, so the conditions were perfect, actually. It was like 55, no wind. It was as perfect as it gets. And yeah, it was going to be a good opportunity to race well and to go fast. Yeah, so the game plan going into the race was to run 4:36 the first mile, which is 69 seconds per lap, and then to run faster the second mile. So the goal was to be a little conservative the first mile and then kick to practice for state. And yeah, I have two teammates, Ryan and Kellen. They are also wearing blue and white, and they want to make it to state as well. Only top two go to state, but if you run under 950, you go as well. There's unlimited people that can go under 950. So they are basically second and third in the section, so they couldn't both go unless they break 950. So that's their goal. And yeah, you'll see them a little bit behind me during the race, but it's exciting. And yeah, so Ryan was actually supposed to be pacing for Kellen in this race, which you'll see he does at around 73 seconds per lap. I'm going at 69 seconds per lap in the beginning. And here we are called to the line now. Gun goes off, and I get out pretty easily. I'm out in second, I think, right away. And there's two waterfalls. I'm in the first waterfall. But I get out, and nobody's really, no shoulders are thrown, no elbows. So pretty clean start. And come up on around 400 meters. And you can see I'm in the lead there. My sister's actually getting awarded there in the back for winning, but I come through the 400 about 69 point. So right on my split, felt really easy. Yeah, there's my sister. And I now come through the 800 at 218 points. So I'm right on 69 seconds per lap. Feeling good. Feels pretty easy. Holding my form, breathing well. So everything's good. And you can see now coming up on 1200, I want to be at 327 and another 69, obviously. So that's exactly what I do. I hit 327 point and right on the split. And my teammates now, you can see they're coming back. They want to be right around 339, 340 at 1200. So they can be on pace for sub 950. And you can see Ryan there's leading Kellen. And now I'm on the back stretch. So yeah, at this point in the race, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm holding my form. Everything feels pretty relaxed. And I'm ready to make a surge when I get to the mile, which is coming up in now just 200 meters. So I feel good. And yeah, here we come up on the mile. And you can see I don't look too tired yet, but starting to get a little bit hard now. and we come up on the mile at 4:35 high, I believe. You can see on the clock there, 4:36 point. So my split was perfect. I felt pretty good at the mile, and I've thrown a little bit of a surge here. And yeah, and then Ryan and Callan now are behind me. They come through the mile, I believe, at 4:53. So they're like right on pace. And there's actually a guy ahead of them who I had no idea he was even gonna be good, but now he's actually in second place, so he can go to state. But here we come on 2K. I'm supposed to be 5:44 because I'm supposed to have run a 4:36 and then a 68-second lap after that. Now we come up, the last lap was a 68, so I'm right on my split, and I hit 68. It was 68 mid, so it was a little bit slow, but now I'm starting to get pretty tired. I think from my sickness, I got a little fatigued extra than I thought I was going to be, but I'm still holding my pace. I'm still doing good. And it was really with about 1K to go was where things got really hard for me, which is, I mean, obviously if you're 1K to go in a 2 mile, you're going to be struggling anyways. But here we come up on 800 to go. I want to be at 6:52. And I come through, let's see what I come through. I think it's 6:54 or 6:53. So a little bit slow of where I wanted to be, but still in a good position. And if I can kick, then I will do well. But now I'm starting to lap people, which is going to slow me down, but it also is nice to pass people. It gives you some motivation. So now we only have 6:50 to go, and the plan was to go the first mile at 4:36, the next 1K a little bit quicker, and then the last 600 to really go hard. And as you can see now, Ryan and Callan, 2 laps to go. All right, so here's 1 lap to go, and I'm coming up on, the goal is to be about 7:59. That should put me right on pace for about a 9:04, but I come through 8:03, which is a little bit slow, but I can still make some of that up. And obviously 9:11 is the goal, so I just need to run a 67-second last lap to PR. And yeah, it's getting really hard now, obviously 300 meters to go. And yeah, I'm pumping with everything I got, but it's pretty hard at this point. My forearm's starting to get tired, my core's getting tired, my arms are getting tired, everything's going out, but keep pushing. And yeah, Ryan and Callan also, I believe they're coming, yeah, right here they are. So Ryan's leading, Callan's right behind him, and they got 1 lap to go. They're right on pace. They need to run a 75 last lap to make it to state. And then here I come now, 100 meters to go, as hard as I can. I'm right on pace for about a 9:09, 9:10. And yeah, I'm getting really tired now. You can see my form's pretty bad right now, head bobbling everywhere. And yeah, just trying to get to the line there. I finished with a 9:10.8, so it's just a little bit of a PR, which is very good because when I ran my 9:11, I had competition. This was all solo. All right, 50 meters to go now for Ryan and Callan. Callan's on the inside, Ryan's on the outside. They're going to make it to state. It's just a matter of who's going to get second, who's going to get third. Callan takes second, 9:43, 13-second PR. Ryan in 9:44. We're all pretty gassed after the race, but I closed in a 67, and I'm pretty excited about, if I can run a 9:10, no competition, no drafting, by myself. After being sick, I think I'm in a very good position to do well on Thursday in the mile. So that'll be good, and now it's all about getting in as much recovery and rest in before the mile so that I can feel good and recover. I would have liked to have been a little faster, but overall it was a great race, and I'm happy with the win, so yeah. Alright, so here we are 2 days later. This is now the 1600. Same rules apply. Top 2 go to state, and anybody who runs a 4:28.9 or under goes to state as well. The game plan for this race is to break 4:20, and the way I want to do it is the first 800 around 2:12 to 2:13, and then the last 800 around 2:06 to 2:07, depending on how hard I went in the first 800. But I think, at least coming in the race, I was thinking that I could close that fast, and I thought coming in the race that there would be somebody who would run about a 4:28 or so. So I thought someone was going to be around 2:12 to 2:13 that I could draft off of the first 800. So that's the plan going into the race, to have a conservative first half and then, wind it up the second half and see what I can close in. So I feel a lot better actually than 2 days before because I was kind of sick 2 days before, but now I feel all better. Muscles feel really good. And yeah, I'm ready to go. Here we go. The gun goes off, and I'm in the double waterfall, so we'll cut in on the backstretch. But yeah, I have 2 teammates in this race, Ryan and Jonah. Ryan runs a 4:34 coming in, and Jonah runs a 4:47. So both are looking to PR, and we'll see what they can do. So yeah, we're looking for about a 66-second first lap, and we go at the first 200 at 32. So we're right on. I felt very controlled and good at the 200, and I tuck in for the curve. I think I was in 4th or 5th at 200, and now I move up on the home straight here into second now, just drafting off of first. And here we come to the first lap. So we're coming through 67 basically point. It's a little slower than I would have liked, but it's still at a good pace that I can PR. Maybe not by as much as I wanted to, but now I take the lead because I was going to draft, but if we're going 67, 68, I can't run that slow and still PR. So I take the lead, and now I'm starting to gap the field a little bit, but I'm not on full gear yet. I'm just holding back and just trying to keep a steady pace for the first 800 so that I have enough for the second 800, but I still put myself in a good position to run really fast. All right, so I'm still in the lead now. We're coming up on 800 meters. The goal, remember, is supposed to be 2:12, 2:13, but we're going to be a little bit slower, and we come through 2:15 mid, just about. So I'm a little bit slower, but I have a little bit more energy than I planned because we went slower. So hopefully I can still PR. I'm going to need a 2:08 final 800 to PR. That would get me a 4:23, so I'm going to need to close very quickly over the last 2 laps. All right, so we're coming up now with 1 lap to go, just about 450 meters left. I want to be right around a 3:16, 3:17 at 1200 because I was planning on about a 2:12, 2:13 first 800, then run a 64 third lap. And my last lap is actually about a 63, but I'm still behind because my first 800 was slow. So we come through 3:19 at the 1200. I'm going to need about a 64 last lap to PR, and obviously I'd like to PR by more than just a second, so I'm going as hard as I can now. All right, now just 100 meters to go. I remember checking the clock, actually looking up at the scoreboard with 100 meters to go. I saw 4:06, and I'm like, okay, if I can close in a 15, I can run a 4:21. If I can close in a 16, I'll run a 4:22. So I'm going with everything I have, holding nothing left, and 4:22.51. So I got a second and a half PR, which I'm pretty happy about. So that was very good. Not quite under 4:20, but considering how the first 800 was slower, I thought it was a very good race. And yeah, there Ryan goes 4:32 PR. Jonah PRs by 8 seconds and a 4:39. Runs a 62-second final lap. My final lap was 63, so about the same as my second to last lap. But yeah, it was overall a really good race, and I'm happy with how I rebounded from Tuesday being sick and a little bit tired. And then I came back on Thursday now, 100% PRing and doing really well. So the big question is, what does this mean for state, right? I qualified in both the 16 and 32. I PR'd in both the 16 and 32, bringing my times down from 9:11 to 9:10, which wasn't a lot, but I thought it was good considering the conditions, and 4:24 to 4:22, which I thought was also good. So I think I'm going to need, obviously, to get better. The best time in the state's a 4:15. My PR is only a 4:22. So I think if you put me in a good race with perfect conditions and I exert all my energy correctly, I think I could run under 4:20, and I think I could be close to like a 4:17, but I don't know for sure. I definitely think I can get faster than what I did today, but I'm going to have to improve my fitness level a little bit in the next few weeks and taper more and be extra fresh for state. So it's going to take a great race, obviously, on the day to succeed. This is just part 1 of a 3-part series leading up to state. So part 1, obviously, was sections. Part 2 is going to be the training leading up to state, and part 3 is going to be the state meet itself. So stay tuned. Make sure to watch all the videos, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.